evening, and welcome to this February 25th edition of EastCast. I'm Stacey Caruso with Randy Sapperstone to bring you the news of the week. On Saturday, February 20th, the sophomores held their cotillion here at East. The chairpeople, Lauren Connor, Greg Seltzer, and Carol Ann Space, with the help of the members of their class, decided on the theme of Carnival. The cafeteria was decked out that night with a lifelike carousel and 3 horses. Keeping with the theme, soda, cotton candy, hot dogs, and popcorn was served. Over 340 members of the sophomore class showed up to dance the night away. Before the evening was over, class rings were distributed, and each sophomore sought after 95 people for the traditional turning of the rings. Congratulations to everyone who helped to make this night such an enjoyable time and a great success. This week's SAT word is prosaic, meaning related to prose, having a dullness or flatness, or suitable for the everyday world.
East's annual variety show took place last Friday evening, and it was anything but prosaic. Among the acts performed were excerpts from Saturday Night Live, Chinese yo-yos were thrown, and many people sung and danced. Among the participants were Craig Brody and EastCast's very own Jody Cohen and Andy DeChristopher, who you will see later on. All three actually performed in sketches relating to Saturday Night Live. If you didn't get a chance to pay the SGA $4 on Friday, you'll just have to wait till next year. On February 17th, a man by the name of Malik Muhammad visited Cherry Hill East. Mr. Muhammad was an acquaintance of the late Malcolm Little, better known as Malcolm X. During third and fourth period, Malik Muhammad explained the 3 stages of man, what he perceived an angel to be, and his relationship with Malcolm X. In his first stage of life, Malcolm X committed many crimes and was eventually arrested for them. In prison, Malcolm studied and read, stage 2. Finally, after he was released, Malcolm implemented his learnings from stage 2 of life into stage 3 of life, the stage for which he is famous. Unfortunately, Malik Muhammad had a fixed time span of only 42 minutes. This is not nearly enough time to speak about a man as great as the late Malcolm X.
The elderly residents at nursing homes often must see the same faces and wander through the same halls day after day. Students in the Adopted Grandparent Program bring a bit of cheer and excitement into the lives of these residents. Making 2 visits weekly to the Meridian Nursing Home, these students can socialize, play games, or work on arts and crafts with the residents. This past Friday was the Adopted Grandparent Annual Adoption. After becoming friends with a lot of the residents, the student may choose to adopt one that he has gotten particularly close to. There was an official ceremony, complete with a huge cake. Each student and resident received a certificate of adoption and a Polaroid of the 2 of them. All in all, it was a really special day that brought happiness to both the club members and the nursing home residents. Non-Western Cultures is a course designed to introduce students to the major non-Western cultures of the world, for example, the Middle East, Africa, and Japan, just to name a few. They learn about the history, literature, culture, and the arts of these regions. This marking period, the students are studying India. To supplement their classroom discussions, Mr. Bhattacharya, a professor at the University of Pennsylvania, spoke to the class on Friday. Arriving in the United States from India in 1988, Bhattacharya explained the religious and ethnic strife found in India today. He discussed India's history and related it to ethnic world conflict. Overall, he gave the class a good understanding of India's ethnic problems today. All of the students enjoyed the speaker and were held captivated by his relaxed and informative discussion of India.
Once again, Cherry Hill East French students are involved in an exchange program with France. This past week, students involved with the exchange program, along with their French counterpart, experienced a full day at Cherry Hill East. During the weeks to come, we will update this story and bring an interview with a pair involved with this program right into your living room. Well, last Friday, during third and fourth period, Ellen Levine, the author of Freedom's Children, spoke to East students. Her book focuses on interviews of 30 men and women who were in their youth during the civil rights movement. In addition, she spoke of research techniques and the experience that she gained during the civil rights movement. Being released in April, Ellis Island focuses on immigrants and their name changes as they enter the country. Following her fourth period assembly, Miss Levine took off for the Horace Mann School to speak about her children's book on nonfiction. And here to keep us updated with all of Cherry Hill East sports is Andrew DeChristopher. How you doing?
Great, Randy. Well, as winter nears an end, so does East's winter sports schedule. The girls' basketball team will, however, get an extension to their season as they roar towards the playoffs. The girls won 2 out of their 3 games this week to move their record to an impressive 17-4, and they close in on a top 10 ranking. In their opening game, East hammered Camden 88-61 behind a strong defensive effort and a runaway offense led by Joe Marple, Danielle Pulliams, and Chrissy Regan. The Cougars then did battle with South Jersey's #1 girls team, Washington Township. The Cougars hung tight but couldn't overcome Township's explosive weapons, and they were dealt their first setback in 7 games. The girls quickly rebounded in their final game of the week by routing Willingboro 69-46. Diane Croft scored 16, and Joe Marple poured in 18. On the boys' side of the court, things didn't go as well. Just as the team had been showing steady improvement and an increase in confidence, they ran into a brutal schedule this week, facing 2 teams in South Jersey's top 10 and one of the very best high school teams in the nation. The week started with a 92-71 loss to Camden and was followed by a disheartening 63-51 loss to a powerful Washington Township team. Saturday was a lone bright spot for East as Brent Fisher scored 30 points and Brendan Cody had a season-high 23 en route to a dramatic 79-76 win over Burlington. East then traveled further north on Sunday to play St. Anthony's, the #3 high school team in America. East was never close and were simply overwhelmed 78-42. Going into their last week of play, the team stands at 9-13. If you haven't seen the team in action this year, don't miss out, as East will present a doubleheader on Thursday, February 25th, against crosstown rival West right here at the DeBart Gym. The girls will open the action at 5 p.m. and will be followed by the boys 30 minutes from the conclusion of the girls' game. Please come out, show your support, and support East basketball. In other sports, the wrestling team finished their season with a dual victory in a tri-meet at West. East seniors led the way. Jeff DeYoung, Achilles Alon, and Jeff Weismer all won to finish off East's fine season. That's all for sports. Now back to Randy.
Thank you, Andrew. That's it for the news tonight. Special thanks to Mr. Gordon Hampson, cameraman and editor, to Mr. Keith Haynes, our advisor, and to Tim Brady, our student camera person. Thank you for joining Stacy Caruso and Andrew DeChristopher and myself, Randy Sapperstone, this evening. Stay tuned for the All Cherry Hill Elementary Spelling Bee, which follows the junior high school news tonight.
Welcome to the West Report. I'm Debbie Wickus.
And I'm Genevieve Garrido. The Positive Impact Ensemble, a group of 20 Patterson High School students, came to our school last Wednesday, February 17. The multi-ethnic troupe, made up of blacks, Hispanics, and Jewish kids, was formed in January 1992 to help break the cycle of racism. For 27 minutes, the ensemble relived painful moments where their skin color or religion or national origin had triggered a display of hatred. They talked about prejudice against blacks, Latinos, Jews, Italians, homosexuals, people with AIDS, Asians, and the disabled. West students responded to their play by talking about racial tensions and by giving examples of other kinds of discrimination. By the end of the play, the ensemble's message to put a stop to racism was clear to all. 2 weeks ago, French exchange students arrived in our country to learn more about our language and culture. French students stayed with host families who will be visiting France this spring. Melanie Bouzier, who stayed with Simona Georgiou, said the United States was like a paradise. All of the students left yesterday, but they're hoping to return soon. Bon voyage to the French students.
Big Al Zolak will be at West on Thursday, February 25th, all day in the professional library. Any student needing to speak with him may get a pass to come out of lunch, study hall, or a free period. A sign-up list is being made in the guidance office. Please see Mr. Loretta. Once again this year, the Cherry Hill West Science Department is sponsoring a Science Career Day. This event will take place during school on Friday, February 26th. There will be 22 speakers during the day focusing their talks on the environment, medicine, and engineering. Students will be able to hear only one speaker during their normally scheduled science class. If you have a lunch or study hall, you will be permitted to see other speakers if you wish. Spring physicals will be given on February 25th at 2:30. Physicals are being given to students who are going out for the sport for the first time this year. Forms may be obtained from your coach. And talking about sports, here's Dave Marica with this week's. Dave?
In sports last week, the girls' basketball team beat Highland 75-38 and Edgewood 78-30 last week before being upset by Camden Catholic 45-43 on Saturday. Janaea Butler led the team in points in all three contests with 25, 26, and 18 points respectively. Also, congratulations to Butler on scoring her 1,000th career point at West against Camden Catholic. The Lady Lions, who are now 17-4, conclude their regular season against Eastern and East this week. The girls will begin the state tourney the following week. The boys' basketball team raised its record to 6-16 last week with 2 wins and a loss. The team began the week with a 58-45 victory over Highland, in which senior Pat Boyce led the team with 20 points. On Thursday, West had another commanding victory over Edgewood, this time 74-57. Freshman Anthony DeMichael led the team with 25 points. Last Saturday, the boys lost to Camden Catholic 64-54. Sophomore Anthony Succi has 17 points in that game. In what may have been their best effort of the season, the Lions defeated the 14-8 Eastern High School Vikings last night. The boys built up a 43-26 halftime lead, but the Vikings came charging back to tie the game at 77 apiece with 6 seconds left in the ball game. The Lions then took the ball in bounds and raced down the length of the court, where Anthony Succi put up a shot from the top of the key that gave West a thrilling 79-77 victory and touched off a wild celebration. Succi finished with 22 points to lead all scorers for West, but it's the last two that we will all remember for a long, long time. Good things are expected from this West team in the future. The West wrestling team won one and lost 2 meets last week. The team began with a 51-18 drubbing of Cinnaminson. However, on Saturday, the Lions lost to both Maple Shade 37-17 and Nottingham 42-30 in a tri-meet. Senior captain Todd Updike and junior Randy Goldberg led the team with 3-0 weeks individually. The team has now finished its regular season, but districts for the individual championships will be held at Cherokee this Friday and Saturday evening. Good luck to all West wrestlers competing. The girls' swim team finished its season on a good note by placing 4th in the South Jersey League Open Championships with 166 points last Wednesday. For West, Amy Hogan won the diving competition with 204 points. Also, Lauren Semino placed 4th in the 100 butterfly and 5th in the 100 backstroke. Lauren Newman took 4th in both the 500 and the 200 freestyle. Carolyn Thorpe placed 3rd in the 50-meter freestyle. Jody Sanders was 5th in the 100 breaststroke. Hogan and Thorpe both qualified for the state individual championships, which will take place in early March. Also, West Girls 200 medley relay and 400 free relay qualified for the championships. Congratulations to the team on a fine season, and good luck to them still competing. The West boys swim team took 3rd in the South Jersey League Championships last Thursday with a score of 147 points. Junior Christian Amonsi was West's only double winner with victories in both the 200 free and the 500 free. He will be performing in these events on March 7th at the state level. Also, West's 400 free relay qualified for the state competition with a 2nd place finish. Also placing individually in the meet were Dave Flynn in the 200 and 500 freestyle, Adam Ritchie in the 200 IM and the 100 backstroke, and Ken Landis in the 200 IM. Congratulations to the team on a fine season, and good luck to those still performing. And finally, the boys and girls bowling team will conclude its season against Deptford and Gloucester Township Tech this week. That's all the sports. Now back to the West Report.
And here with our new weekly feature, Reasons to Celebrate, is our very own Brian Connors.
Every year during the last weeks of winter, on a certain Wednesday, people are seen around the world with a black smudge on their forehead. Were they playing in the chimney again? No, that's right. It's Ash Wednesday once again. Many people outside of the Catholic religions wonder, why? Well, that's where I come in. Ash Wednesday is celebrated around the world by Catholics as well as other Christian religions. Ash Wednesday is a day of solemn penitence and fasting which marks the beginning of Lent. It occurs every year, 40 days before Easter. The day is called Ash Wednesday because on this day, the faithful, according to ancient custom, receive on the forehead the sign of the cross marked with blessed ashes. in which the priest imposes these ashes with the words, "Remember, O man, that dust thou art, unto dust shalt thou return." Because of this, ashes are considered the ancient symbol of deep penitence and the need of contrition during the days of Lent.
After school on Thursday, February 25th, the World Affairs Club will hold a meeting on the Muslim Youth Organization trying to create a more positive image of Muslims throughout the world. Guest speakers are Miraj and Majid Mohadim. All students are invited. The Cherry Hill Alliance and Alcohol and Drug Abuse staff members will be conducting 2 free lectures, Parenting Teens and Tough Years, Tough Issues. Sessions are free and will be held on Monday, 7 to 8:30 p.m. at High School Room B244 and Tuesday, 7 to 8:30 p.m. at High School West Room D5.
Attention seniors, you may purchase graduation announcements and accessories on Thursday, February 25th in all lunch periods. This is a one-day opportunity. Thank you for watching the Rest Report. Please tune in next week at this same time. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening. I'm Marie Aviram. Welcome to Carusi News. Next week is an important week here at Carusi. It's Spirit Week. Here's Karen Greenwald with the story.
Thanks, Arit. This year's Carusi Spirit Week is only 1 week away. The theme for this year is Games that Carusi Plays. The 7th and 8th grades are busy preparing for hall decorations, cafeteria decorations, and other activities. Students can choose from many different games, or for the more athletic people, gym activities. Some games are Jeopardy, Pictionary, Slew, Name That Tune, Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud, Carusi Pyramid, and computer competitions. Some gym activities are soccer, shuttle run, beat the clock, tug of war, and volleyball. The legendary Carusi Spirit Week has been going on for several years and shows great school spirit while the 7th and 8th grade put up a battle between each other trying to score more points. Spirit Week starts out with a Sunday night skating party. The grade who buys more tickets in school rather than at the door gets the points. Then Monday, everyone is to wear sweatshirts to school. Each student is counted, and then the officials calculate the amount of points to be awarded. Next comes a Touch of Class Day, where girls are expected to wear skirts and guys are expected to wear ties. Then Clash Day, where everyone shows up totally uncoordinated. Next comes everyone's favorite Color Day. Color Day is the best known for Spirit Week. This is when 7th grade dresses in white and 8th grade in maroon. That Thursday, we have classes until 12:30. Then we go down to the gym for the rest of the day. While at the gym, we watch all of the gym activities, teacher activities, the lip sync competition, a performance by the cheerleaders, and also teacher lip sync. Friday is game day when you dress up as a part of a game, a character from a game, or even a host or hostess. Finally, to wrap Spirit Week up is the Spirit Week dance. At the dance, students are counted for 7th or 8th grade, and the grade with the most people present gets the points which could determine the winners from the losers. Everyone is looking forward to this wonderful week ahead of us, and we hope to see everyone participating. Now back to you, Arit.
Thanks, Karen. In the spirit of games, the Communication Club is sponsoring an all-Carusi fundraising game activity to support our Sunshine Fund, which aids needy families in the community. We are requesting that all students and staff members take part in assembling a Spirit of America jigsaw puzzle during the week of February 22nd, 1 week before Spirit Week. We would like to have the puzzle completed early enough to be mounted and displayed during Spirit Week with a sign showing the amount of money raised. Contributions will be made by donating 10 cents for each interlocking puzzle piece you connect. You may do 3 pieces for 25 cents if you wish, and the maximum for one person is $1. And now, here with sports is Michelle Harp.
Thanks, Arit. All of Carusi sports teams are winding down their seasons. Here with coverage of 7th grade girls basketball is Mark Scepter.
On Thursday, February 11th, the 7th grade girls basketball team defeated Cinnaminson by the score of 23-11. Colleen Murray led all scorers with 7 points, and not far behind her was Chanel Cercieglo, Jessica Vernon, and Jamie Elias, who scored 4 points each. And to finalize the victory, Jackie Rispoli and Joanna Hornstein contributed a bucket for the team. Last Wednesday, the Lady Mustangs crushed Haddon Township 32-3. Jessica Vernon with 10 points, Colleen Murray and Elaine Bedden with 6 points, and Jackie Rispoli with 4 points took over the scoring and played a great game. The defense, as always, was superb and only let Haddon Township score 3 points in the second half. And on Friday, the 7th grade team just lost at the buzzer by the score of 28-27. Carusi played a good game against Haddonfield and are to be congratulated for their hard efforts throughout the season. Their final record is 9 wins and 7 losses.
The 8th grade girls basketball team finished its season. Here with the wrap-up is Lindsay Weiderman.
Thanks, Michelle. Although a record of under 500 may suggest the 8th grade girls basketball team faced some tough competition this season, however, they had their shining moments. Every girl put forth her best effort. All in all, the girls learned a lot about strategy in the game, which will prepare them for high school teams. Thanks go out to Mr. Cooper and all of the parents and friends who supported us during the games. Back to you, Michelle.
Thanks, Lindsay. Next with 8th grade boys basketball is Seth Dimbowitz.
Thanks, Michelle. The 8th grade boys basketball team won its 14th game of the season, defeating Voorhees 56-34. Ben Salerno came off the bench to score 15, and Ryan Bandoy played an excellent floor game, while Greg Rontos controlled the boards. The team's record is 14-5. Good luck on their final game of the season this afternoon. Back to you, Michelle.
Thanks, Seth. Next week we will have the winter sports wrap-up, and in 2 weeks we will have the spring sports preview. Back to you, Reit.
Thanks, Michelle. For the Spanish classes, they went out for a Spanish dinner. Here with the story is Diane Zibikowski.
Monday, February 22nd, some of Carusi's Spanish students visited the Mexican food factory on Route 70 in Cherry Hill for dinner. Around 65 students came, and they had a choice of 2 different soups, 2 tacos, 2 enchiladas, or 1 of each. Nachos and sopadillas were also served. Although the service was a little unpredictable, the dinner was enjoyed by all. Back to you, Reit.
Thanks, Diane. We'd like to thank our advisor, Mr. Gers, and our technical advisor, Mr. Hampson. Good luck to everyone during Spirit Week.
Go 8th grade!
Thanks for watching. Good night.
Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of the Beck School Report. I am Mona Milan, and together with Jay Del Rosario, we will anchor tonight's program. Jay?
The early warning tests are scheduled for next month. Beck's Coffee Shop opened last Tuesday, but the big story is Beck's Spirit Week. On Monday, Spirit Week began with a great deal of excitement and enthusiasm. Monday was Wear a Hat Day, the Beck Bobcat Hunt took place, scrambled songs were decoded in homeroom periods, sports competitions took place in phys ed, and team contests took place during ITT. Tuesday was dress-up day, and today is Clash Clothing Day. In all, the students are having a fun time. Let's look in on the various activities with student council officers.
Spirit Week's a lot of fun because split up into teams and it's just like a bunch of competitions for fun. And it's really neat and I'm really glad we're having it this year. And cartoon theme's going to be really awesome.
What I plan to do for Spirit Week is be participative. I'm going to wear all green and all gold this week.
We're really excited. We're going to kick.
Yeah, our doors are going to be that great, but, you know, gold is going to lose.
This year, for Spirit Week, the theme is going to be cartoons. This year is going to be very exciting. The student council, Mr. Brazano, and all the teachers have worked very hard to make this an enjoyable Spirit Week for all the students.
For Spirit Week, we've got a lot of great events planned. Each day will have a theme. Monday will be Hat Day. Tuesday will be Dress Up Day. Wednesday will be Clash Clothing Day. And Thursday will be Team Logo Day. And on the last day of Spirit Week, Friday, it'll be Green and Gold Day, where the students can wear the school colors.
For over 15 years, our school has been involved in the most innovative learning experience, the Beck Coffee Shop. During home arts classes, students work as a team to plan, prepare, and run a real restaurant facility. Under the direction of Mrs. Stagliano, the students simulate a coffee shop right down to customers and tips. And now, the opening day of the third quintile of Beck Coffee Shop.
Excellent idea. The coffee is about the best I've had. Just the whole concept of getting people to work in a kitchen and to prepare themselves for later on, I think is an excellent idea.
The food was terrific. I love the borscht soup. I can't wait to come back again on Friday.
We just finished our luncheon. This is the first day here at the cafe, and we not only had a wonderful time, the food was really excellent, and I know that the kids are learning a lot through this experience, so we're very pleased, and we're going to come back.
Ponzio's Watch Out.
Hi, I'm Doug Vasquez, manager of the Ergobursten Cafe, and it's open February 17th, 19th, and 23rd. It's open from 12:25 to 1:10. You can come in at any time or order out.
I want some more.
That was delicious. Jay?
Thank you, Mona. On March 5th, 6th, and 7th, the BHL will begin its 7th grade hockey tournament. How about those amazing 7th grade basketball players? Still undefeated? Well, our time has run out for this week's Beck Report. Hope to see you again next Wednesday. For Mona Milan, this is Jay Del Rosario. Good night, and thanks for watching.